Good day, my name is Laurie. I'm from South Africa, Pretoria. I'm going to explain to you the relationships between the pyramids, the Freemasons, the sacred number 15, general numbers, geographic, centography, Mayans and their sacred number 13. I'm relating to the pyramids of Giza, Khafre and Menka. I'm looking for the missing number 43. And I'm talking to heading degrees from capstone to the missing capstone of Giza. What I call my ARF 3399 is to the left I take a constant of 1, a number 1, 2, 3, 4 until I get to 42. The 27 is a constant and I take it down until I get 42, 27. I do the same with 1 and 9 until I get to 69 and 9. The reason for this is, if I add 42 and 27, I get 69. And if I add another 26, I get to 96. This is what I call my yin-yang. It's a 6996 then. I do the same with the 69. And the 9 is a standalone. So what I do is I add the 9 to the 27, and then we're talking a 360 degree circle, or the circumference of the earth. If we look at the previous number, I transferred them here. If you can see, we add 42, 27 and the 69 and the 9. So for now we're concentrating on the numbers 9, 6 on the right, 9, 6, 6, 9, 8, 7 and 7, 8. If we take the 6, 9, the 9, 6, the 7, 8 and the 8, 7. The 8, 7 I create by adding the standalone 9. That is also then what I call a yin-yang. The relevance of these numbers is the coordinates of 42 and 27 east is near Varna in the Black Sea. It is the heaviest point of landmass, including the polar ice caps. It was proven by cladding a light globe with a thin film of lead, dumped it in a tank of water, and the heaviest point was at 42.27. That is from the Encyclopedia Americana. Also, the oldest artifact, golden artifact, was found near Varna. Take note that 42 minus 27 equals 15. So the numbers we work with is the 42, 27, 15, and as you can see, what was relevant to the previous adding and deductions on the previous pages. 66 plus 99 is 165. 165 divided by 2 is 82.5. That is a constant that I got from the 69 and the 96. 1 hour equals 60 minutes times 24 hours equals 1,440 times 100 is the 144,000 cladding stones on the pyramid. 60 is a significant number in the pyramid design. So the relevance is heading degrees from Khafre to Giza, Menka to Khafre, and the Mayan prophecies 11, 13, 33, the Freemasons magic square, and all numbers that will come to light further. That is the Freemasons symbol, basically, as we know. Now, where does the Freemasons magic square fits in? They say it is 42, but it's 41, it should be 44, so we're looking for the 43. As you can see, the golden ratio is 8:5. the numbers 3 and 1 revolve around that two numbers. Also interesting is if you add the numbers from left to right or top to bottom, it always equals 15. Obviously the 9 standalone center top. If we connect the lines or the numbers, for purposes of this presentation, I just added 4, the extra digit to that, to each number. The conclusion is that everything points to the 66. 88 plus 11 equals 99, and that points to the 66. But still, the 9 is standalone. Okay, interesting is if we use this magic square, that is the golden ratio line going from the bottom left to the top right. Interesting if we start using the numbers 6, 9 and 9, 6 and 7, 8, 8, 7, we get a cutting line at the 6, 9 cut at 36, 36, and the 78 line cuts at the 35, 35. Interesting is, it will come to light further on as well, that 28 times 4 equals 112 minus 90 equals 22, representing the 22 in pi. 22 times 4 equals 88 minus 45 equals 43. So we found a 43. So the questions to ask is the missing cap because of polar ice caps that was left out in the calculations. Was it built on the wrong coordinates to match 42, 27? Is the missing cap to indicate a correction? That is the unexplained. Is the flat top to indicate gravity? That's just not relevant, I think. Where does the pyramid of Giza's 8 slants fit in? Are they afraid of a tick over to 360, or did they have no 0 and only a 1 to 99? And how, or did they work out how flat and round work together? So we found the 43 and also but not the 28 yet explained. The facts of Giza is that the diagonal edge to the apex is 96, the edge to the base is 4157, basically 42, the face to the base is 5151. The Grand Gallery has got 36 ceiling stones. There's a 51 centimeter wide shelves. Each shelf has got 45 slots, of which 27 is at each side. 144 outer casing stones, again using numbers 1 to 99. Maybe the cap is missing because of that 0. Reference to Google Earth measures Menka to Khafre 27, Khafre to Giza 42, and Menka to Giza 36. So that would be the perfect 6996. But excuse me, the it is 27, 43, 35 as is on Google Earth. The top one would be the perfect one. As per Google Earth, it's 27, 43, 35. If you look at the shadowed one, the actual shadow on a specific date was 22 degrees there and 42 degrees there in the shade. leaving us with a 10 and a 10 there. The actual survey was done from South Africa, so there might be a difference there, but I'll be working on the 29, the 43 and the 36 in green. That leaves us with a 7 and a 7. Very interesting is that if you take the distances in blue of 468.3, 481.7 and you deduct it from the 943, there's also a 7. I think the perfect would have been 28, 42 and 36. But it is not 28, it's 29, and it's not 42, it's 43. So, this is a to-do list. I think the total sum of the three pyramids' height should be reckoned with. I think there's an influence from the outside that they hid from us. And interesting is that if we take the 69 and the 22 represented in the pie, it gives us 47. If we divide it by 2, we get a 23,5. Could it be an actual tilt? Interesting is the Giza base of 230,4 meters minus 180 degrees equals 50/40, plus the slant equals 101.91, divided by 2 gives us a near 5.1. Back to the Freemasons. If there's a shadow, remember the shadow. There is an off-center like the pyramid, not measurable or unexplained. Okay, for the purposes of this, the overlap or the square works at 15, 15, 15, representing 45 degrees, or a 30, 30, 30, representing a 90. Let's go on to the next page. The Giza pyramid, interesting is the ascending passage to the king's chambers is 26,3 degrees, and the descending passage to the subterranean chambers is 26,3 degrees. So why not 27, the perfect number? I think it revolved around the center of the magic square with the 5 in the middle, if you add up the 2 of 26,3, 26,3. So, the flat top, is it a compass, or was it never to be, or is it an inverted, does it represent an inverted capstone? To watch the horizon for 44, or correct for a correction to the 42 degree adjustment. Could there be a golden ratio in the represented in the missing capstone? Again, was the cap ever to be? Is there an invert cap? Okay, let's look at the following and see what we can make of it. Is this a clock? There's the 360 degree Earth radius, what I call my X-pole rater in green, is a timeline. I don't know if it's cosmic or what, but this is what I got. There's the slanted sides, and there's the pyramid. I personally think there's a timeline of 86 to tick, representing 856 on the magic square. So, is there a tipping scale? 7 times 7 times 7 equals 27. If I work it, calculate it, it works out to a minus 45, 142857 plus a 90, it's a 44,85. Is this a new error? It is still to be explained. This is just another clock. I think what is relevant there is the 63. It's 99 degrees, 99, 99 minus 36, 360 leaves us with 27 lap and a 63 shortcoming. It's just a biblical clock I'm working on. Okay, now to what it all means. If we take the magic square and we work with the just 2/3 of it, the top third is left out, or a third is left out to compensate for the 30 degrees coordinates of the pyramids itself. If you draw a line on a 9-6 and a 6-9, it's an interesting crossing line at the 45 degrees. Remember, this is a 45 and also representing a 90 degree table. The cutting lines is at 28 and some fraction. My sources is limited, but this is basically what I've come to. So, to represent 36 at the 6 for the 6-9 number, representing the 2742, to be perfect, I think it should be 27, 42 and 36. But there's also what I've not shown here, factor of 35. Yes, I think I referred to that on Google Earth, to represent the 7-8 line coming from the 6-9 and to 9, representing the 8-7 to the left and to the right. Notice on the right 105 minus 90 equals 15. To calibrate this whole mix-up of numbers, as surveyed, it is 29, 43 and 36. That comes to 7, 7. 45 on the top left, top bottom left. 45 minus 29 equals 16. 45 minus 43 equals 2. 16 plus 2 is 18, or 180 degrees. So, the missing cap indicates the calibration between 42 and 43, or even 44. The equalizer is actually 28. As previously said, 28 times 4 equals 112, minus 90 equals the 22 represented in the pi. 22 times 4 equals 88, minus 45 is also a 22. So 22 and 28 has got similar 22s, referring to the 22 of the pi. Interesting enough is if you draw a 6-3 line, remember the 63 coming from the 3 times 99 minus the 360, the 29 line as measured cut the 45 at the 6-3 line at 45.29. Also very interesting is that the recent Nepal earthquake was at 28 north, 84 east. 84 east is 28 times 3. There is another factor that should also be kept in mind. There's also a 38 north and a 83 east, and also a 48 north and a 38 east that was recently covered in the news. So I think this is my conclusion, that the pyramids was calibrated to make up and balance all the numbers, and there is maybe a missing pi in some formula. Thank you.